As a quick update for all the Todais, this is really important for Todai Ryan to know as well, because he's helping to manage the online training. But what I decided to do is that nobody, um, people that have not obtained the red rank fitness, they will not be able to go beyond the CLF and the TKD forms. Um, the woman will be allowed to. The woman will be able to learn whatever they need to learn, but the men, um, they will not be able to progress beyond the CLF and the TKD forms until they have at least until they have reached the red rank fitness. This is for all online Todais and for Todais directly. Um, People that have not reached the red rank fitness will be mainly focusing on the CLF and the TKD form while they concentrate on the fitness development. Um, and that's pretty much it. The only exceptions are those that are is it has to be authorized by me. Um, Based on the circumstances. Like, for example, there's somebody that's training that has you know Todai Changpu, has like physical limitations that he was born with. You know, that's an exception. But in most cases, everybody else, they must reach the red rank fitness in order to proceed on to the next forms. I've looked through all the forms. There's probably around 13 forms that will have to be learned, and these are just the basics. And this is the unarmed combat portion. The armed combat, there's going to be even more forms on top of that. So I think this is the route that I decided to go, and I'm glad that I made this decision. I put it formally down in writing on the website, under the protected section, the curriculum section. So I just want you to be well aware. The main reason why I'm doing this is because as the techniques get more advanced, they get more simplified, they get more practical, they get more deadly, they get more lethal, and it becomes easier to execute. But I don't want these people who are not representing the fitness up to the standards of FMK, believing that they are martial artists just because they know some lethal techniques, believing that they're martial artists when they're missing a huge component of the martial arts, and that's the overall physical development. And I strongly frown upon that, and I've trained several individuals directly and even online that that possess knowledge and techniques that they do not deserve to learn, simply because they haven't worked hard enough and they haven't earned the right to learn that special knowledge that I have to share. And these individuals, I view them as frauds when it comes to misrepresenting the martial arts. It's kind of like somebody that's completely weak, but then just acts like, shows off his speed to act as if he's so great when he has no strength behind his speed whatsoever. Um, that's a that's something that is a disgrace. Um, it's kind of like a bodybuilder who makes it look like he's all strong, but then he's actually really weak. He just looks strong, but he's really weak. And I see a lot of people out there, particularly people that claim themselves to be Wing Chun practitioners, or some of these softer arts, um, you know, that just demonstrate a lot of speed, hand speed, and then they think that's all it is. They got no strength, no fitness behind it, no flexibility, and they're in huge lack. But then they think they're martial artists because they maybe they might have gotten good at the speed bag, or they might have got good with the Wing Chun dummy, and then all of a sudden they think that they're a martial artist. I think that's the silliest thing, and I would really want to prevent that within this kun. I want everybody to be well rounded, and I want them to be strong, flexible, fast, um, spiritually in tune, and just have endurance and just be everything, you know, not missing any of those components. So, I'm trying, I'm mainly um, trying to prevent the lazy people from um, falsely believing that they're martial artists because they learned some lethal techniques. It's just kind of like a person who just buys a gun and then all of a sudden he thinks he's a badass. Well, all he did was buy the gun. He didn't do the hard work to turn his body into a weapon. And I see that's what a lot of people do. They run to these certain efficient techniques, and then they refuse to spend time on the things that require a lot more time to develop. And you know there's people out there that are so into learning how to use weapons, but then they don't even want to learn how to do a proper push-up or a proper pull-up, or they can't even do a pull-up, but then they want to learn how to use swords. It's just ridiculous to me. I want to put an end to that within this kun. So these are one of the main reasons why I made this decision. But in the same token, the women, I want the martial arts to be there to help them better protect themselves from danger. So they will be allowed to progress within the curriculum, regardless of what their fitness level. But they will not be able to obtain rank if they um, do not reach the fitness standards. But they can learn the techniques according to the curriculum progression, as long as they demonstrate the techniques up to the standards that are acceptable by me. Okay.